Be My Horde is a roguelite indie game based on the concept of necromancy from Polished Games. It's currently in early access with an anticipated launch of sometime in 2025 and recently received a big update. As some of you may know, our crew got a chance to connect with the team at this year's PAX East and get some hands-on time with the game. Since then, I myself have become obsessed with the concept behind Be My Horde. It gives me heavy Binding of Isaac, Don't Starve, and even sort of Pikmin vibes for various aspects of the gameplay, perspective, and how the player character moves along with the Horde. What sets this game apart, I think, is simply scale. It is impressive how many units you can have under your control on screen at one time. They told me there were no limits, and they weren't joking. Seriously, as your run goes on, the screen has to pull out considerably to be able to accommodate the growth of your minion horde. Oh, and I absolutely love the design and art style of this title. Once again, like a few aforementioned games, they decided to go with a very contrasting style of cute, but vicious.
Until next time.
The elevator pitch for Be My Horde is that you play as a necromancer, Moriana, and with a pitiful starting crew of just a handful of minions. With each kill, Moriana is recruiting new members to fight in her horde. And as you play, your horde hopefully grows. Is this an incredibly simple concept? Yes. But as you go along, the different time-ordained punishing sections of the run will absolutely challenge players. After you meet your demise, you want to do more runs in order to beef up Moriana with additional permanent upgrades, and then try again and again. Some of the abilities that you can improve over time include movement speed, how many minions can be resurrected at one time, and so much more. Having already spent around 10 or so hours with the early access build, I was excited to hear about the new content. The update, which came out last week, brings one more level to the fold, the aforementioned Hell level, with fully revamped gameplay. There are new enemy types as well as plenty of unique obstacles. These new enemy types will immediately decimate any forces that Moriana has. You need something stronger than what you've been bringing, and with the update, there is now a new form of currency that players get throughout the runs, which can only be retrieved from resurrects in the Hell level. These correspond to an entirely separate set of upgrades and abilities to unlock, which will help you on your way to fight the devil in Hell. It doesn't matter how beefed up your build was from the time you spent with the first iteration of Be My Horde's early access, Polished Games just gave players the next level, and along with it, a ton more gameplay time. And about the new level specifically, Hell feels different from the first level for a lot of reasons. In the Kingdom level of Be My Horde, I felt the name of the game was speed. Try to build up your units as fast as possible and go on the offensive. And while in the Hell level, you also need to get a head start on building your horde for the run, I found myself playing a lot more on the defensive. I had to constantly be aware of what enemies were around me. If any bomber or manager packs popped up from the end of the screen, this would usually make me turn away since I did not want to have my minions wiped out. Seriously, running into a higher level enemy type pack can make your horde go from this to this. And really quickly, your run is done. And even aside from these really tough enemy packs, the Hell level has so many hazards that it feels less like the blood-screaming charge from level 1, and more so like navigating a minefield while dodging mortar fire and flame tornadoes. With new minion designs, you will have to become familiar with new attack styles. Your weakest form of minion, the Imp minion, uses projectiles to defend Moriana, as do the 3rd and 5th tiers, the Bomber and the Director. In between those, you have the Goats for the Tier 2 and Managers for the Tier 4 who attack directly. Plenty of chaos exists in this update, and it's certainly been one hell of a fight. Needless to say, we are incredibly excited to be watching the development of this title. If you want to learn more, be sure to check out the link in our description with all links to the game and the studio. Like I said before, the game is right now available in early access, slated to release sometime in 2025. You know Toostupidgamerz is excited for the full launch and will continue to keep our ears to the ground as Polished Games puts out additional updates and info. Also, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more of our videos as it helps the channel grow. This is Mash signing out, so I can go resurrect some more minions. See you next time.